Rodeo legends like Lane Frost and Ty Murray are household names. But do you know the man who made bull riding safer for every cowboy in the arena? His name is Cody Lambert. Before Cody, bull riding was a death-defying gamble with no safety net. But this cowboy came on board and made an invention that completely transformed the sport and saved the lives of fellow cowboys in the process. Now, let's dive into the life and legacy of this rodeo icon. If you think this cowboy is incredible, then hit that subscribe button as we get right into his story. Cody Lambert didn't just stumble upon rodeo life, he was born into it. His story starts on December 2nd, 1961, in the small town of Artesia, New Mexico. Raised in a family where grit, hard work, and horses were part of daily life, Cody was almost destined to be a cowboy. Before Cody was born, his father, Cliff Lambert, had already made a name for himself. Like his son Cody, Cliff was also born into the world of horses and racing, and this early contact with the sport shaped him into a man of perseverance and skill. His crowning achievement came in 1959 when he triumphed at the All-American Futurity, a win that etched his name into the annals of rodeo and horse racing history. But it wasn't just the trophy that set him apart. It was the dedication and passion he poured into his work, crafting a reputation for excellence. Cliff's training methods were legendary in the world of rodeo. He understood horses in a way that few could replicate. He studied their movements, strengths, and quirks to bring out their best performances. His connection with horses was built on respect and an innate understanding of their needs, which made him a respected figure in the racing community. He was known for his patient, hands-on approach with each horse, treating them not just as athletes, but as partners in the pursuit of victory. This approach would shape the foundation for Cody's future success. Growing up under the guidance of such a skilled father, Cody observed more than just technical skills. He learned the values of persistence, dedication, and the importance of forming a bond with the animals. His father, Cliff, didn't just teach him how to ride or train, but also how to embrace the challenges that came with the rodeo life. For Cody, growing up in a family so connected to horses and rodeo wasn't just about watching from the sidelines. By the time he was old enough to hold a rope, Cody was already knee-deep in the cowboy world. He spent his childhood alongside his dad and his brother Casey. But while Casey found his calling in racing, Cody's heart was drawn to rodeo. The thrill of riding, the rush of a challenge, and the tradition of the sport captured his imagination. He wasn't just a kid playing with toy cowboys. He was a young rider determined to make his mark. You see, life on the Lambert family ranch was hard work, no doubt. Their typical days started early and ended late, with everyone pitching in to keep the place running. From feeding and grooming horses to learning the basics of riding, Cody's education was hands-on, and every day he picked up new lessons. His father didn't cut him any slack, pushing him to be tough, responsible, and respectful. Cliff had a saying that stuck with Cody. You can't just sit there and hope. You've got to do the work, and then maybe you'll be lucky. It was a philosophy Cody took to heart, shaping his approach to life both inside and outside the arena. As Cody moved into his teenage years, he started to take rodeo more seriously, dedicating countless hours to perfecting his craft. Saddle bronc riding was one of his first loves, a rodeo event that required balance, skill, and a healthy dose of courage. But it was bull riding that truly grabbed Cody's attention. The idea of staying on a bucking bull for 8 was as intimidating as it was exciting, and Cody was determined to master it. He spent hours training, learning from other cowboys, and pushing his own limits. It wasn't just about getting better, it was about becoming the best. Rodeo wasn't just a sport for Cody, it was a community, a brotherhood. As he competed more, Cody formed friendships with other young cowboys who shared his passion and drive. Among these were some of the names that would go on to become legends in the rodeo world: Tuff Hedeman, Jim Sharp, and Ty Murray. And then there was Lane Frost, a young, charismatic bull rider from Oklahoma. Lane and Cody hit it off right from the start. They had the same sense of humor, the same competitive spirit, and an unbreakable loyalty to each other. Together with Tuff, Jim, and Ty, they formed a group that would become known as the Wolf Pack, a name that symbolized their fierce dedication to the sport and their bond as friends. The Wolf Pack wasn't just about winning competitions. It was about pushing each other to new heights. They traveled together, trained together, and celebrated each other's victories. Each member brought something unique to the group, and Cody's role was often that of the steady, grounded friend. He wasn't the loudest or the flashiest, but his quiet confidence and work ethic made him a respected figure among his friends. Together, they became a force to be reckoned with, and their camaraderie only fueled their success. In the 1980s, rodeo was experiencing a resurgence in popularity, and these young cowboys were at the forefront of that wave. They were the rock stars of the rodeo circuit, drawing crowds and setting new standards for what bull riding could be. Cody was a consistent competitor, earning respect not just for his skills, but for his character. He wasn't one to boast or seek the spotlight, but his talent spoke for itself. Fans admired his determination, and fellow riders respected his humility. Cody's success was about more than just riding bulls. It was about embodying the values of the cowboy lifestyle: hard work, integrity, and respect. Cody's career reached new heights when he became one of the founding members of the Professional Bull Riders in 1992. The PBR was the brainchild of Cody and his fellow Wolfpack members, who wanted to elevate bull riding to a professional level and give riders the recognition they deserve. They envisioned a league that focused solely on bull riding, with bigger prizes and more opportunities for riders. It was a risky move, but Cody and his friends believed in it wholeheartedly. Together, they pooled the resources, each of them putting in $1,000 to help get the PBR off the ground. The PBR's first event took place at the Tough Hedeman Challenge in Fort Worth, Texas in 1993, and Cody was one of the riders. Winning that event wasn't just another victory, it was proof that their dream was becoming a reality. Cody's win helped legitimize the PBR, attracting attention from fans and sponsors alike. The PBR grew quickly, and within a few years, it became the premier organization for bull riding, with events across the United States and eventually worldwide. But as Cody's career soared, so did the risks. Rodeo is a dangerous sport, and every ride carries the potential for serious injury. Cody knew this all too well, but nothing could have prepared him for the tragedy that struck on July 30th, 1989. During the Cheyenne Frontier Days Rodeo, Lane Frost was fatally injured by a bull named Taking Care of Business. Lane's death was a devastating blow, not just to Cody, but to the entire rodeo community. Losing Lane felt like losing a part of himself, and the grief was almost too much to bear. In the wake of Lane's death, Cody struggled to find a way to move forward. He considered quitting rodeo altogether, unable to imagine life without his best friend by his side. But eventually, Cody found a purpose in his grief. He realized that Lane's death could serve as a turning point for rodeo safety. Inspired by his friend's legacy, Cody began working on the design of a protective vest for bull riders, something that might prevent future tragedies. Today, that vest is a standard piece of equipment in the sport, a symbol of Cody's commitment to his friends and his desire to protect the next generation of riders. Cody continued to compete for several more years, but Lane's death had changed him. He knew he had accomplished much in his career, and he was ready to shift his focus to the future of the sport. Cody officially retired from competition at the PBR World Finals in 1996, closing the chapter on a career that had left an indelible mark on rodeo, but his work was far from over. After his retirement, Cody took on new roles within the PBR, serving as judge, livestock director, and eventually vice president. His influence helped shape the organization's policies, particularly those related to rider safety and animal welfare. Cody was a strong advocate for ethical treatment of the bulls, believing that they were as much a part of the sport as the riders. He worked tirelessly to ensure that PBR events upheld the highest standards of care for the animals, earning him respect from both fans and fellow riders. As a mentor, Cody became a guiding figure for young cowboys entering the sport. He shared his knowledge, his experiences, and his values with the next generation, always emphasizing the importance of hard work and humility. Riders like Jess Lockwood and others looked up to Cody, not just as a former champion, but as a role model. Cody's impact extended beyond the arena. He was shaping the future of rodeo, one rider at a time. In 2022, Cody stepped into a new role as head coach for the Texas Rattlers in the PBR Team Series. It was a different kind of challenge, one that tested his leadership skills and his ability to inspire a team. Under Cody's guidance, the Rattlers quickly became a formidable force in the league. His coaching style was straightforward and honest, reflecting his own values. He didn't just teach his team how to ride, he taught them how to live the cowboy way, with respect for each other and the sport. The Rattlers' success culminated in 2023 when they won the Team Series championship. For Cody, this victory was more than just a trophy. It was a testament to the resilience and determination that had defined his life. It was proof that his legacy would live on, not just through his own achievements, but through the riders he had inspired and mentored. Today, Cody Lambert lives on a ranch in Bowie, Texas, where he continues to embrace the cowboy lifestyle. He's a fixture at rodeo events, always ready to offer advice, share a story, or lend a helping hand. So the next time you're at a rodeo, take a moment to think about the people like Cody Lambert who have dedicated their lives to this way of life. Because at the end of the day, rodeo isn't just a sport, it's a family, a tradition, and a legacy that will continue as long as cowboys are willing to ride. If you haven't subscribed yet, now's the time. Keep up with us as we bring you more incredible stories from the rodeo world and beyond.